What's up, guys? It's a Griddy podcast, and today we have our front seven free agent predictions. And on the screen, we have Leonard Williams, Shelby Harris, and Jerrell Casey.
So starting off with Leonard Williams, he's got to come home to New York. He's just got to stay in with the Giants because he's had so much success there since the trade from the Jets, which is kind of interesting. I never thought that would happen where the Jets and Giants would trade a player, but I guess it did happen with Leonard Williams. Then the Broncos and Shelby Harris. In my opinion, he's the best D lineman in this class just because of his consistency over the past few seasons. His market kind of died last year because of the DeForest Buckner trade, but I think Denver's going to have to give him an extension this year. Then Jerrell Casey, also recently released from Denver. He was a 5-time Pro Bowler, and I think the Jaguars are going to go ahead and bring in a veteran presence. And they're also going to bring Trey Hendrickson, a younger guy, to learn behind Jerrell Casey and work alongside him because they have a lot of cap space and they need to kind of get their defense together to pair with Josh Allen, their pass rush. And then Melvin Ingram on the Chargers because I think he's kind of at the age now where he's going to get not as much money as he'd like, so I think the Chargers are able to afford him.
Yeah, I think Trey Hendrickson is obviously a very great signing. He was like top 5 in sacks last season.
He's really good with the Saints, but the other thing is he had Cameron
Jordan.
Cameron Jordan. So Cameron Jordan kind of took a lot of pressure off him. And with the Jags, Shaq Barrett, he's actually in the next thing. So we're also going to send him to the Jags. And then Josh Allen as well. He's also going to be there. And Jerrell Casey, that's probably going to be a very formidable pass rush. So I think the Jags have a lot of money and they should focus on that.
Yeah, the Saints are I think now they're 40-something under the cap, something like that. So I don't know if they can pull out
they can sign him back.
Trey Hendrickson.
So I did let something leak. So we're just going to move on to our linebackers. And Shaq Barrett, Jaguars. Von Miller, the best outside linebacker technically in the class because I guess he's not exactly a free agent, but they decline his option. He is, but I think you got to bring the Super Bowl 50 MVP back to Denver and let him and Chubb go at it for one season at least. And then Lavonte David, he's going to stay in Tampa Bay because they ultimately will choose him over Shaq Barrett, and he's going to ask for less money. Bud Dupree to the Jets simply because they have the cap room, and he kind of wants this opportunity to be the number one pass rusher. And then Jadeveon Clowney, he's someone we haven't heard of in so long, but he did sign with the Titans last year on a 1 year, so I think he's going to do the same thing because he is coming off an injury season.
Yeah, I think something that kind of intrigues is Broncos GM Patton. He wants Von Miller back, but obviously his criminal allegation.
He's in a little bit. He's in some legal trouble, so it does have to play out. But ultimately, from what I've seen so far, it's not domestic violence because his girlfriend or ex-fiance came out and said so. So it's going to be interesting to see, but I think he'll be fine.
Yeah, and then obviously one thing that kind of surprises everyone when they look at this is Shaq Barrett leaving the Super Bowl champs. So, I guess it could if they don't decide to pay him and they choose
they need to pay Chris Godwin. They need to give Chris Godwin money because Chris Godwin, it's almost easier to replace wide receivers, but not a wide receiver like that because he is really a talented guy in the locker room, and he's been there for so long. Shaq Barrett was kind of your guy who came in kind of as a transition player and turned out to be really good. In a lot of ways, he's kind of weird because he is like mini Von Miller. A lot of people see that, and it makes sense because he learned behind Von Miller when he was with the Broncos. He was part of the Super Bowl team. So it'd be interesting, but I think Shaq Barrett he is going to be one of those guys like Aaron Donald. He's now going to be up there soon, and the Bucs can't afford him.
Yeah, I don't know. I think, all signs, of Todd Bowles and Bruce Arians, I think based on his Super Bowl performance against, the top offense in the league, considered by many, I don't see any way where he is not a Buck next season.
Well, I think it is because of the money. So I think ideally he would be with the Bucs, they'd have to cut Lavonte David and Chris Godwin, and I think they have to just go with those two because they've been there longer. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much it for our linebacker and front seven video. So let us know in the comments if you change anything and what you think. Like Anish said, do you think the Bucs need to prioritize signing their guys back or managing their cap for future seasons? Because they do have to pay Devin White in a few seasons also. So let us know about that and check out our secondary video coming out soon.